I stood near the back of the room holding a glass I hadn't touched in 10 minutes, watching my wife laugh like I hadn't seen her laugh in years. It wasn't the polite smile she wore for neighbors or the tired curve of her lips at the dinner table. This was different. Her whole face lit up, eyes bright, shoulders relaxed, head tilted toward him as if the rest of the world had blurred out. He said something quietly and she touched his arm when she laughed. Not a dramatic gesture, just a light, familiar brush. The kind that comes without thinking. That was when something in me went still. For months, I told myself stories. She's stressed. Work is heavy. We're just in a rough patch. Love doesn't always look loud. I clung to those thoughts the way a drowning man clings to driftwood. But watching her now glowing in a way she hadn't glowed with me in a long time, the stories collapsed. This wasn't about suspicion or jealousy anymore. It was clarity. I didn't storm over. I didn't interrupt them or demand explanations. I didn't feel rage. What I felt was a clean, quiet certainty. Whatever we had been holding on to, it was already gone. Maybe it had been gone longer than I wanted to admit. I set my glass down on a passing tray, straightened my jacket, took one last look at the woman I'd married, now leaning closer to another man as if gravity itself favored him. Then I turned and walked toward the exit. Each step felt heavier than the last. Not because I doubted myself, but because endings carry weight even when they're necessary. I thought about the early years, late-night drives, shared jokes that no one else understood. The way she used to look at me like I was home. I let myself feel it all just for a moment, like flipping through old photographs before sealing the box. My hand was on the door when I heard it. My name, sharp, loud, panicked. The sound cut through the room, through the music and chatter, straight into my spine. I froze for a second. I considered ignoring it, walking out and letting that be the final image. Me leaving quietly with dignity without another word. But she shouted again. I turned. Every face in the room had shifted toward us. She was standing now, no longer laughing, no longer glowing. The man beside her looked confused, his hand hovering uselessly in the air. Her eyes were locked on mine, wide and glistening, like she just realized something precious was slipping through her fingers. I walked back slowly, not rushed, not angry, just present. "What are you doing?" she asked, her voice shaking. "Why are you leaving?" I looked at her for a long moment. Really looked. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel the urge to protect her feelings at the expense of my own. "I saw the way you looked at him," I said quietly. "And I understood." Murmurs rippled through the room. She shook her head, stepping closer. "It's not what you think." I gave a small, tired smile. "It is, and that's okay. What's not okay is pretending we're something we're not anymore." Her eyes filled. "You didn't even ask. You didn't fight." "I've been fighting," I replied. "Just not out loud." The man beside her cleared his throat. Suddenly, very aware he didn't belong in this moment. He stepped back, disappearing into the crowd. She reached for my arm. I didn't pull away, but I didn't lean in either. "Please," she whispered, "don't do this here. Don't give up on us like this." I gently removed her hand. "I'm not giving up," I said. "I'm letting go." Silence settled between us, thick and final. She searched my face for hesitation, for anger, for something she could argue with. There was nothing there but calm resolve. "I hope you find what lights you up," I added softly. "I really do." Then I turned again, opened the door, and walked out. This time, she didn't call my name. Outside, the night air was cool and steady. I breathed it in, feeling something unfamiliar spread through my chest. Not relief exactly, not happiness, but space. Space to heal, space to rebuild, space to remember who I was before I started shrinking to fit a love that no longer chose me. I walked into the dark alone but no longer lost.